What is going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, and I look like I'm fucking swimming in a pool or something. Hold on, let me change this. There you go. Now I'm in a fucking now I got some black light going on, whatever the fuck. Yeah, thank you for joining us, Gorehounds. Today is January 29th, 2024. We are at the end of the first month of this year already.
Indeed.
Already. Yeah, I know, dude.
What a long 6 months it's been.
No, man, it's been a solid month, man. We've watched some solid flicks this month, and this is a good one to end it with, or at least in my personal opinion. And today we are talking the Hitcher, but before we do that, we're going to talk about what we did in the past weekend or week or whatever the fuck. Maybe we didn't do anything. I don't fucking know. But before we do that, we got to start it off right, man. We got to introduce these guys. So kicking it off to my side. No. I forgot that I did already load up Scoob, so I was forgetting that I thought I did that. Anyways, let me pull up chats too, just in case anybody's there. I haven't shared anything yet, but right next to me, I have the Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
Good evening, bitches.
We have that killing machine, that ginormous meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
How you doing?
Yeah. And we have that saucy Aussie, that doppelganger kangabanga, Mr. Brody Kane.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Thanks for joining us once again, homie, dude. It's a pleasure to fucking have you.
Fucking thank you for having me back. I was a bit nervous that I wasn't going to make it here today because you know how I feel about this fucking
thing. I knew you were you would much rather be here live than have to trim down a video for whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, it would have been a fucking 20-minute video. I would have had to re-edit so fucking much. I probably would have spent 3 days trying to edit to get it perfect.
Would have been Bobby's 11-minute video where we're all sitting here checking our watches, going to the bathroom.
And then we didn't get the ending.
Somehow that got cut off. I don't even know how.
You know what? If I had to review that video, was the climax satisfying? No, it wasn't, because I didn't get it.
Because I didn't bust.
I got blue balled for sure. What's up, Gene? How are you, sir?
Brody, please tell me that is paint on your hat and not bird crap.
No, it's jizz.
That's more believable.
You really like this.
Yeah, no, it's definitely paint. My other hat's in the wash. I forgot to chuck it out. So
my youngest daughter is offended because you said motherfuckers.
And
Harper.
I do apologize, but yeah, that's just my niche.
Or sorry, Harper, I should say.
Believe me, she hears worse from Steph's dad. So
it's all right. It happens, dude. It happens.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's right.
You get a kick out of him.
Fucking A. Oh man. Don't mind me and just sharing really quick a little bit. Here we go. But yeah, we're gonna talk about what we did in the past week, but we do not have Scoobs here, so I have to pull in that variant Scoobs with his cheesy deliciousness. Yep. Scuba, get your ass in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
That was nice that he popped right there in the middle there. Like
sexy and delicious.
Right?
Yeah.
I could definitely go for some pizza.
I still, I will say it every week if I have to when he's not here. I don't see him in the corner of the fucking video. I see cheese pizza. That's it.
Isn't that like
his voice and I'm just like,
wasn't there like a science project back in the day or something to like see what you like focus on? Like it's
probably right.
Well, it's like that picture with the hot chick with big titties with Godzilla in the background. You're like, I bet you didn't even know Godzilla was in the background, did you?
And then all of a sudden you're looking at it like, oh shit. Oh.
That'll
I'm
happen.
looking. I'm always looking for like
Oh.
a miniature scuba meatball head from Freddy 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
Scoot,
Oh yeah.
you little meatball.
So yeah, maybe Scoobs will join us later, maybe not. Maybe he'll join us in the chat. We'll see. Chad Daddy, how you been, man? You sound way better.
Thanks. I'm feeling better, and I also sound better because I made a little adjustment here on the microphone.
Well, I was just saying you sound better in like health wise, but
Oh,
yes,
you
also
do.
that too.
Like I told you, man, after we signed off on Monday, I just went and huddled up on the couch under a blanket in my pajamas. I felt like crap, went to bed early, just bundled up, wore my pajamas, and I never wear pajamas to bed. I wear shorts. Middle of winter, I'm wearing shorts and barely cover up with a sheet. I just bundled up the whole night and just sweat that shit
You
out.
don't just go
Tuesday morning.
loincloth, dude. Just fucking full out like
Dude, I want a loincloth now. Thank you. That's my mission.
There you go. What's
What's
up,
up,
Mr.
Mr. Joe Gallo?
Gallo? How are
Well,
you?
and
Joe
we didn't say hi to my wife. What's up?
Oh, I
Steph?
said hi to Steph.
Hello, Steph. Sorry, didn't say hello. Hi,
Stephanie.
Steph.
So Steph, I don't know if you heard that loincloth.
But yeah, what else did we do?
Dripping in velvet.
Just work like normal. Then Friday, it was my day off, so we went. Steph wanted to go to Walmart because they were clearancing a bunch of clothes. So went up and got a bunch of clothes. Came back, and she wasn't feeling the best, so she just went upstairs and laid down. And I'm like, well, you know what? New fucking episodes of Masters of the Universe just dropped on Netflix, so I'm gonna binge watch these right now.
I heard it was awesome.
Fuck yeah, it was, bro. It was amazing.
What's
And
sad is I don't have Netflix, so.
And it definitely sets up another series.
So is this like what is this season 3?
See,
How is this work?
Yes
Or
and
is
no.
this something completely different?
this isn't really season 3, so I mean it does kind of tie into like the old cartoon, but it acknowledges a lot of other stuff because it acknowledges stuff from the comics. This
But no,
series,
there was that shit from a couple years ago. You remember?
that was
Dude,
one
they're like,
season in 2 parts.
oh,
So people
okay.
are thinking that's what
Okay.
this is. So this is technically season 2. But like, dude, this fucking acknowledges the live action movie as canon.
What?
Yeah. Because
Is it a multiverse thing?
I don't know yet, but there's a part where they have to go to get upgrades for the Sword of Power. So they go to Gwildor, and Man at Arms is talking to him, and he's saying how he loved having like adventures across the universe with him. And He-Man comes up to him later and calls him old friend. And the fucking pink Cadillac that they modified and took to Eternia is there in the background.
That's awesome. What's up,
Yes.
Rich? How are you, sir?
But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the movie is canon. The series was awesome. Sets up a next season.
No shit. That's awesome. Dude.
I don't know if I want to go into spoiler territory for it.
That's fair.
As for what it sets up and who it shows and who it
She-Ra?
Despera.
Oh, okay.
You know who Despera is?
Yeah.
Despera is She-Ra, brainwashed
Yeah.
by Hordak. But they're not sure if they can use She-Ra because DreamWorks has her license right now. So there would have to be some kind of deal in place.
Yeah, but isn't it all owned by Netflix anyways? Oh, no, it's
I don't-
not. Netflix is just paid for the
No,
rights.
because DreamWorks deal is through Prime.
Yeah, but the She-Ra was on Netflix.
Then they have a deal in place with Prime for a live action series, but there's been no movement on that.
No,
in
even the
2
cartoon,
years.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that newer one. Anyways, yeah, whatever. That's awesome, dude.
So
I'm glad
anyway, that was really fucking sweet, and I'm hoping it gets a DVD or some kind of DVD Blu-ray release because I will buy that day one.
Bro, if you get that shit before fucking TCM 22, I'm gonna rage. I know Brody's
fair.
gonna join me.
Yes.
How has that not been released? That pisses me
never,
off.
It's never going to be. I hate
Why
to say
though?
that.
They
You
can
know what
make
it is, dude?
so
Like,
much money.
Dude, they're gonna take away they're gonna take away physical, and then they're gonna try to give it back to us in a completely different, like, I don't know. Netflix would be so smart just to do it.
I'm sorry, physical is not going anywhere. A lot of people are coming back to
Nope.
physical. It's going to be,
Well-
and you're going to see a huge resurgence.
Yes.
The problem is like all these major chain stores, dude, that are just straight up pushing it all out. So you're gonna see smaller stores and stuff cover this. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Just
I hope you see a resurgence, like an underground resurgence.
you're going to see Amazon making a killing because that's going to be the main place people are going to get the
No, fuck Amazon, dude. Nobody should use that shit. Go to your local fucking CD or DVD store if you got any.
We don't. Oh,
I got a couple.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but I said in the chat that my local theater was closing soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking closed Sunday. Sunday was the last day.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Like that's
Bro,
last minute.
You told us that, and then in the same vein, like I found out our drive-in, which there's not fucking many of those left, that just got closed down.
See, our drive-in
And-
just got a new projector in the last couple of years.
Oh, no.
They just
So
opened
did-
another screen.
So did ours, and it has a new screen. But the Sovereign Nation came in and they bought the land before it, and then they overtook it, and they were able to claim it and took it down, or they closed it up. I was like, "Fuck." So, but that's a different discussion.
That's the only theater we have close to us now is the drive-in. So that's going to be seasonal and weather dependent on what we're going to see. But from what I was reading, people that work at the mall were saying that they are trying to get another theater chain in there.
That would be dope.
Good.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
I'm not really surprised because this theater has not been updated since it opened in 1999. It was still the same old seats. Nothing was changed.
Classic. That's all I hear when you're telling me, bro.
Dirty.
All the jizz on that seats, dude.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and then Saturday, my son woke up at 7:30 in the morning, puking his guts out in the toilet, so he didn't go bowling. He missed his cousin's birthday party. Then Steph brings the daughters home from bowling at like 1:00. Harper's sick.
Shitty.
So yeah, so sick kids, sick wife. Yeah, I've been droning on way too long, guys. Bobby, how was your weekend, buddy?
My weekend was great. What did I do Friday again?
I don't know. What did you do?
I'm trying to think.
You must have had a nice, relaxing weekend, dude. If it's one of those, because like
No. So Saturday. All right. Well, Saturday. I'll go with Saturday. Me and Rebecca went to Philly to meet with a couple of friends of ours who we haven't seen in months, and we went to the Franklin Institute because they got a little baby. So now we took him there so he can interact and see everything, and it was a good time. It was actually turned out to be a very nice day, so that worked out perfectly. And then we went to the Victory Brewing Company for dinner there. And we had ourselves a couple of brewskis and just chilled out and all that fun stuff. And then, that's it. Friday night, we also went out to dinner with other friends of ours that we hadn't seen in a while. So basically, this weekend was me and my girlfriend seeing people we haven't seen in a minute and having plenty of good food. And then, Sunday was friends and family at my brother's house for the football games. And that was it. It was a very chill weekend. A little bit of running around, but nothing major. And
yeah, I had to send Heather condolences on her Ravens losing. I know she's a big Ravens fan.
Yeah, they also kind of shot themselves in the foot there a little bit too. But that's a whole nother conversation. But and that was it. So, and today I got to watch this movie, which I'm excited to talk about. So short and sweet. Like I said, fun weekend with me and my girlfriend and friends. Brody, tell us, please, so I could put my boner down as you talk.
Whoa. Ooh.
What you talking about? Mine's gonna get
we speak.
Yeah, mine's gonna get bigger when he talks. What are you talking about?
I know. The problem is if mine keeps growing right now, it's going to take over the camera.
just pushes the
Goddamn
mic
right.
out of the way.
Oh shit. What did I do? Fucking this stumps me every week. I think I spent the majority of the weekend just really doing like storyboards for a script that I'd written. It's only a short film type thing, and I'm just sort of, getting everything ready just in case I do want to fucking go ahead with doing something with it. And I've sort of written this story that, just involves me as, directing, shooting it, and then I can edit and produce it. Just sort of like a thing to get me old juices flowing again in that sense, something nice and easy.
Yeah.
Look stylistic in that sense. And so, yeah, I'm still working on bits and pieces here and there. I'm always trying to change the script. It's always, you think you've got a great idea, then you sort of fucking read it and you're like, oh, goddamn, doesn't really fit too well there. So no, just been tampering with that. I watched this film twice yesterday because you know how much this is my favorite film of all time. So I do apologize. Like I said, if I'm a bit biased about it, I'll try not to be.
Bro, Chad threw on Ghostbusters this year, man. You talk about biased. Like, go be ahead, man, because that's gonna be so hard for me, dude.
I had to. It's the 40th anniversary.
That's fine. No. I'm not. That's not
fair.
a complaint. It's more of a self-realization of what I need to do.
Oh, absolutely.
I already know that movie's a 10. Let's just call it what it is.
I know we score out of a 5, but I'm going higher.
Oh, fuck, that might be me today. But yeah, no, other than that, yeah. What's this really interesting film? I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called Rampage from the director of The Exorcist.
Rampage.
Wait.
It's based on a true story of, is it the vampire killer?
Different. What am I thinking?
You're probably thinking
based
of
on a video game.
Yeah.
Rock?
Well, yeah, no, but
It's got Michael Biehn in it, who was in, obviously Terminator 1, 2, The Abyss, anything pretty much James Cameron. No, it's just a really interesting film. It's based on the trials of the vampire killer, and it was I don't know if you guys had seen it. It's a 92 film.
What's it called again?
87.
Or 87, was it? It might have got released in 92 because I think it had a few distribution troubles or something at the time. But
what was that called again, homie?
Rampage.
Rampage. 19. It was released. It was released on September 11th in Boston, and then October 30th, 1992 in the United States.
It's the fucking rock one that pops up when I look at Michael Biehn.
So that thing sat in the shelf for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd never fucking seen or heard of it before until someone was talking about it, and I thought, oh no, this sounds pretty fucking interesting. And yeah, it was felt like a bit of a TV movie, but it was pretty brutal for what it was. And,
interesting.
But other than that, just really keen to talk about this film today, but got to hear from the man himself, Johnny D. What's been cracking?
Well, not too much, dude. I had a pretty low-key fucking weekend. A lot of gaming with the wife and kiddo, which was fun. Then, chores, shit, all that crap on Sunday, whatever. Got some delicious Mexican again on Sunday.
Nice.
I'm sad Stu's in here because I was going to tell you I did eat refried beans and I actually enjoyed them.
See, you have to have an actual legit Mexican restaurant.
Not
that
it was good though because they didn't. Because I've been to places where they overcompensate with refried beans where this did not, and I was like, okay, good. The ratio is way better.
Yep, I get that.
Yeah. I think that's always my oomph. I'm like, no, give me more rice, less beans. But I watched this movie. But before I did, like I said, I didn't do much. So I'm going to use my time for this to bring up something that I learned about today. And I want to ask you guys, and this is even funnier that we have Brody here because Brody's going to be like, what in the fuck? Even boys, have you guys ever heard of a dressed banana? This is a dessert, by the way. I'm not talking. I'm not being dirty or anything like that.
I swear to God, I thought you were. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, I know. I know. I'm sure it is something dirty, but what I am talking about is not dirty.
Somebody please look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
So, anyways, okay. So
I don't know if I want to.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump back a little bit. This all came about because at work, conversation between me and a couple coworkers, somebody came up and asked me what kind of mayonnaise I like the best, which my response was, I fucking can't stand mayonnaise, so none of it. It was disgusting. Can't stand the smell, texture, taste, any of it. It's all gross. This led into the other coworker telling me a story about where essentially he was meeting a family or something like that, like his future wife's family or something like that. And they made a dessert called a dressed banana. And a dressed banana. Now I don't know if you can put your math together of where I started this kind of story here, but a dressed banana is a banana covered in mayonnaise and then covered with either sugar and like some kind of nuts. His were particularly almonds, but online you can find peanuts or anything else like that. Now, who in the ever living fuck is so fucking fat that they were like, you know what would be really good on this banana would be some fucking mayonnaise. What the fuck, dude?
Well, what the fuck, bro? You know something? Here's the fucked up part of that. Is the first thing that came to mind was mayonnaise, not fucking vanilla icing or something? Like
why?
Something sweet?
Why
mayonnaise? You're like, yo, man, we need some like sticky like substance of some kind, not peanut butter, chocolate. We already got those. How about some mayonnaise?
That had to have been
Who the fat is the fat fuck in the background that threw out mayonnaise?
that had to have been created by some drunk fuck that was trying to invent a dessert, meant to use whipped cream, and was like, "Shit, I'm out of whipped cream. Mayonnaise is close enough."
That sounds like a Peter Griffin.
It's not.
That sounds
You're
like a Peter Griffin dessert when he's drunk.
Man, you're like, you know what? Look, would go really good on this banana is some gross fucking egg jizz, dude. Like,
what? I love mayo, and it has to be real mayo. But yeah,
Yes.
I would not.
Yeah, but are you eating that shit on a banana with peanuts, bro?
No.
And sugar?
Dude, there's people that put that on a fucking hot dog. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That is sacrilegious. They don't belong here. Go to hell.
Like, dude, I found that out, and I was like, bro, I'm Ukrainian and Irish, so I'm pretty fucking white as they come, and I'm not that fucking white. God damn, dude, like Jesus.
But the other
that
fact
is ghetto.
They decide
right
to
there.
dip that in almonds.
That's what makes it fancy. That's what makes it fancy, Bob. You see?
No.
That's what dresses it up.
Yeah, that makes it fancy, all right. If you look over and say, "Hey, make me a dressed banana and throw some almonds on there," I want to feel like them Northerners.
Dude, I'm telling my wife about it. She's literally like, "Shut up!" She's like, "I'm about to throw up from the thought of it." And it's just like, oh, it's so like, I'm so glad you guys haven't heard of this, because like, if you did, I'd be like, who introduced this to you? Who the fuck is eating this? I need to know.
A distant relative.
Like, even, you know what? And I got to give kudos to my wife for this one, because she was like, that sounds like it was a prank that went wrong, where like somebody was like, hey, we're going to prank this guy dipping his banana. And the guy was like, yeah, this is really fucking good. And just fucking, like,
what is wrong with his wife's family that they're like, hey,
that was the dessert.
So good.
That was the dessert they introduced him. And I was like, bro, I'm surprised you married.
Right?
Oh my God.
I was like, not that you could judge her on that, dude. And if you're listening, I'm so sorry, dude.
Oh my God.
I got some serious, not questions. I just got some concerns.
But he's in the same boat though, because he's the same way with mayonnaise with me anyway. So he was also like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, have you guys ever heard of a frozen chocolate banana? Like, you know, good. That's better, way better. You can put peanuts on that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not missing out.
That's like if I took hot sauce and put it on a Reese's peanut butter cup. I'm like, that just don't makes no sense.
That's like when you're making a sandwich and then you get distracted with ADHD and then you go back to start a totally different style sandwich, and now you're like, what do I do? Fuck it. You know what I mean? You got a tuna and cheese over here, and you got a peanut butter over here, and you're like,
I was just about to say, it's like peanut butter and jelly, and here's a ham sandwich. It's like, okay.
When I was growing up, my dad ate peanut butter and onion sandwiches.
Oh,
you know what? I've heard of other people eating that. Like, that's a thing.
I never understood that.
How do you get to that?
I don't know.
That's got to be some poor man fucking shit right there, dude. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. That's like fucking stewed tomatoes and bologna. You know what I mean? Like, that's what my dad used to have to eat that shit.
I used to take Vegemite and sprinkle sandwiches to fucking primary
That shit's
school.
fucking gross, bro. How do you eat that shit? I tried it.
Oh, Vegemite. Oh, I love it. It's so fucking delicious, but you can't have too much. You know, you can take like a thin spread with some butter.
In case there were any doubts that Brody is Australian, there's your evidence.
Because like,
I was the guy doing a voice.
Because my buddy Kyle back in the day brought in some of that, and he brought in some kangaroo jerky. The kangaroo jerky was fucking awesome.
Kangaroo jerky is good.
And there was some other shit. But dude, I tried the Vegemite on a numerous few different things, and I did not. I can't even place the flavor. Like, usually you can compare it to something. I'm just like, I got nothing, dude.
I got very salty. Very salty.
It's like,
don't fucking put it near me. I will chuck it across the room.
It's like a sandwich or something.
It's like you got to put it on. Vegemite and cheese sandwiches are fucking like the best, but with a bit of toast, bit of butter, a slight bit of Vegemite, you're good.
All right. I'm not saying
what'd you
try it again. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it again, obviously, but like, you know, maybe it's got to be in the right setting.
No.
All right. Absolutely. Enough about this weird food shit. So I apologize for exposing you boys and anybody listening to what a dressed
dressed
banana is. But now you can take
Yes.
that knowledge out into the world and disgust others. So, do with what you must. On that note,
I feel like I need to drink alcohol now.
that's fine. That's fair. Not 99 bananas though. That shit'll fucking make you hurt.
Ooh.
What's up, Castler? How you doing?
Sorry, buddy. We've
Trust me.
Yes, hello, Castler.
we've been reading, and I agree. As he was great in Split Second, by the way. I love that movie.
Nighthawks
Split
is one of my
Second's
favorite
fucking-
movies with him.
See, I only know Split Second as a game. What's Split Second the movie?
It's like in the future.
Yeah.
Rutger Hauer's chasing what he thinks is a serial killer. It basically turns out to be the devil.
Oh, no shit.
It looks like Venom.
Yeah,
What?
Venom with like these big, huge, like Nemesis claws, or the tyrant from Resident Evil.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty
Might-
badass. in
Might
that.
have to check that out, dude. That sounds awesome.
It's pretty good.
All right. So yeah, like I mentioned before, and clearly by the title underneath us, we are talking The Hitcher from 1986 today. You guys want me to take the plot?
Yeah.
You know what? No, we're gonna let Brody take this because this is his baby, and I know I picked it, but I
Fair.
know I've been talking enough. So, Brody, you got the show notes? You good to go?
We're good. We're
All
good,
righty,
mate.
bud. Take it away.
While transporting a car from Chicago to San Diego, Jim Halsey picks up a hitchhiker named John Ryder, who claims to be a serial killer. After a daring escape, Jim hopes to never see Ryder again. But when he witnesses the hitchhiker murdering a Thai family, Jim pursues Ryder with the help of truck stop waitress Nash, pitting the rivals against each other in a deadly series of car chases and brutal murders. Directed by Robert Harmon, Eyes of an Angel, and They. Written by Eric Red, Near Dark, Bad Moon, to which we'll be reviewing this year.
Ooh,
I
nice.
love Eric Red. Produced by David Bombick. Bombick, I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds about right.
who produced Witness, Explorers, Kip Oman, who did The Fly. Over
Delicious.
to you, Mr. Bobby Boucher.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rote. Starring Rutger Hauer, Split Second, Hobo with a Shotgun as John Ryder.
Yeah.
C. Thomas Howell, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Red Dawn as Jim Hazley.
Halsey.
Jeffrey Halsey? Oh, Hazley. Yeah, same
Hazley.
thing. Whatever. Jeffrey Demon, The Blob, Walking Dead as Captain Estridge. Jennifer Jason Lee, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, single white female as Nash. I'm not gonna lie, when I heard the name Nash, all I saw was Kevin Nash from fucking WCW, and I'm like, that's not Nash.
Big sexy.
hmm John M. Jackson, Eve of Destruction, A Few Good Men as Sergeant Starr. Billy Greenbush, Critters, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday as Trooper Donner. Jack Thibault, Lethal Weapon, Cherry 2000 as Trooper Prestone. Armin Shimmerman, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Ratchet and Clank as Interrogation Sergeant. Body count, not an exact amount, but we'll get
Yeah,
into that.
it
later.
was. I
That-
could not.
Armin, was that the bald dude in this? He's been in a lot of other shit though, right?
Mhm.
Because I was gonna say, dude, like I didn't recognize him, but I recognized him. You know what I mean? He's like that character actor kind of dude.
Yeah.
He was one of the main characters in Deep Space Nine. He was Quark, the bartender, the Ferengi.
Was he the with the big
Yeah.
ears? Okay. See, I didn't watch a lot of Deep Space Nine, but I watched a little bit. So that
Yeah,
okay. yeah.
he has been in a lot of shit.
You could see it though in his face, though, like for sure.
14 deaths, I'm pretty sure, in this film.
I counted
From-
a lot more. I stopped counting from that 20 because I counted like the family and everything that happened off screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's
so-
like what? That's 4 easily because that was 2 kids.
The
and
whole
2
police
parents.
department.
was it 2 kids or just one?
Two.
There's 2 kids because they
Oh,
both
right.
because they were both shooting at him, and then he popped up with the bear, like in between them. So, but like,
Because I never counted that carload of cops that were chasing Jim and Nash because they died on their own. So
But he
Ru-
caused it.
But I still
But
count.
Rod-
I count all on screen, all the deaths.
Oh, true. Yeah. Fuck. What am I doing? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the helicopter scene where like the two crash into the helicopter?
Well, he caused that, and so there was 2 people in the helicopter, and then the
That's what I'm
the
saying, man.
helicopter.
Bro, he got a combo with that shit, dude. Like he was just like,
it's like 5.
bam. Like,
But yeah, sorry, I was counting Rudger's kills. I don't know why.
Oh.
The total. Yeah, sorry, I fucked up.
No, that's fine.
dude, this motherfucker for sure. Anyways,
Yeah.
Chad Daddy, you take
Music
it away,
by
bud.
Mark Isham, Blade and the Mist.
Ooh.
Cinematography by John Seal, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Mad Max Fury Road.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, he did some good
Biggins.
stuff. Edited by Frank J. Uriosti, RoboCop, Die Hard.
Awesome.
Makeup and effects by Arthur Brewer, Masters of the Universe, Cherry 2000. Distributed by TriStar Pictures, runtime of 97 midgets. Rated R, budget of 7.9 mil, and only grossed 5.8 mil.
Damn.
Damn it.
Damn. All right. So discuss. Let's. This was my pick. I put
First
this on
watch
the
for me.
First
time
watch for me as well. So
Yeah.
Brody was the only one that hadn't had his cherry pop this time. That being said, I wanted to watch it because I know Brody's talked it up a lot, but he's not the only one that I've personally heard talk about this movie.
Mhm. Yeah.
It seems like in the horror circuit, you see the title and at least the image, the main poster of just like the shadowy, like him standing on the road.
Yeah.
You see that a lot of different places, or not a lot, but you'll see it pop up, right? But you never really see anything about the movie. You never hear anybody talk specifically about the movie or like anything that happens in it.
No, or you see like one lone picture of Rutger, and that's it.
Right. Like holding the
just,
shotgun, a little bloodied up. Maybe that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, dude, what the fuck's going on in this film? For some reason, like everybody says it's awesome or they liked it and shit like that. But nobody's like talked about why they liked it or anything. But that's what we're gonna do right now today.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was a fun. First things first, let's say it. It's not horror.
No.
Brody mentioned
No.
before, this is definitely more on the lines of thriller, but I would say thriller is an offshoot of horror.
Yeah,
Or somehow of that term, whatever. They're tied at somewhere. You know what I mean? They're connected on a branch. So, and this could easily be horror with maybe like a notch or two turned up, just a little bit. Show us an actual kill on, like an actual kill happening. Show us that split with Nash. You know what I mean? Like show us
that was my biggest complaint, and that's why I get I'm giving still a favorable review. I mean, it's still a good movie, but I didn't love it.
That's fair.
All the deaths were off screen, and that just irritated the hell out of me. Even if the deaths were off screen, show us the aftermath, show us something instead of just blood dripping on somebody's foot.
The aftermath, even though like, yes, we'd rather just see it happen. Like that's where the money's at, right? But at least if we get an aftermath, that's still like, okay, we still see blood, guts. It's just a static shot more so than like actual like ripping, tearing, slashing, whatever the fuck may be. That being said, though, if you put yourself, and I'm sure this is where Brody's going to go, if you put yourself in the main character's mindset, like this, I mean, dude, he literally goes crazy in this movie. He goes off the rails himself.
I will say this. This could end up being like when we reviewed Maniac back in the day, where I didn't like it.
But then, the more you talk about it,
like throughout like a week, like that whole week after I watched Maniac, that movie fucking lived in my head.
Dude,
it just kept, I kept, seeing it over and over again. I really started, feeling bad for like the main character of that movie, and that could very well be the case in this too.
So this movie starts right off the bat with like,
oh yeah, it
no holds barred.
Right away.
There's no setup. What setup do you need? It's about a crazy hitchhiker, right? Boom, there you fucking go. So we got a dude driving down the road, picks up the hitchhiker within 30 fucking seconds, dude.
I have some interesting theories about this, and I think we'll discuss it more, and then I'll discuss my theories. But at some point, I'd say for a good first half of the movie, you wonder if this is all really happening, or if he's the killer and Rutger Hauer's just a figment of his imagination.
Oh, you know what? That never actually occurred to me.
I was thinking that for at least half the movie, because you never really see anybody else talking to John Ryder until later on. I don't think you find out like he's really there until I think Nash sees him.
So it's funny you mentioned that, and this is where Brody and I were talking this morning. or this evening for him. And fucking Ryder's Batman. He's a fucking hobo Batman, dude.
Yeah.
He shows up mysteriously, fucks shit up, and then disappears into the sand.
Okay, so that kind of leads into my theory. One of my theories. Okay, so one of my theories is that Ryder is not really a person. He's like some kind of force of nature, like the devil or the Grim Reaper or something, because he's just killing these people so easily in a way that no human being should be able to.
And he also knows where our main character is with
At
pinpoint
all
GPS
times.
accuracy.
Which leads me to...
Go ahead.
I was thinking, and if there wasn't the fact that the main character was also in the sequel, it would kind of lend a little credence to what I'm about to say. That I was thinking that maybe Halsey is like dead, and this is his journey through the afterlife, and this is just, the devil tormenting him. This is his version of hell, because it seemed to me like he wasn't just delivering a car to California as much as he's running from something.
Yeah,
I don't think this guy is innocent of anything. Like, he is definitely very clearly running from something. This dude's got some kind of demons. He's got skeletons in his closet.
Some kind, for sure.
Yeah,
we don't necessarily get there.
definitely.
Maybe we do in the second one.
And I think, and I was kind of feeling like, maybe Ryder is his, his punishment. Like I said, like it's the devil or something like that. Because everywhere he turns, this guy is right there killing someone, and Halsey is taking the fall for it every fucking time.
And the way they do that shit, man, is fucking, to me, is great. I love how, so they showed up at that one like ruined gas station.
Yeah.
And he went into the shop, and then Ryder showed up, didn't even do anything, just gave him his keys. So he knew he was fucking with him, right?
And
didn't even spawn on me that he was planting the knife and shit on him, dude, which is fucking great. But like, just for him to then hop in that truck, to which now that's his new favorite truck for the rest of this fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
Sure.
And another thing that made me kind of think that maybe he is dead and this is punishment is because anytime they try and contact someone from his past, his brother, the place he works for, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So and he has no ID, nothing.
So I stayed more grounded in my thinking with this one, because I was just like, no, dude, this is still like, because this still to me, like, because it seems a little outlandish, it also feels like right because it's 1986. So I take that with a little bit of a skew when it comes down to like 80s action. And clearly, case in point, best scene, I don't care if I'm jumping ahead,
the highway chase.
What I'm talking about is the highway chase. And we got fucking Ryder coming in, literally going, blah, blah, blah. 3 fucking shots, takes down a fucking helicopter, then takes out 2 cop cars with said downed helicopter. And then it just fucking drives off into the, not even into the night, into the day. Just drives off into the desert.
Me and Steph were sitting there watching that scene. I turned to her and say, this makes me want to play Grand Theft Auto.
Bro, that was the best. Jen and I laughed so fucking hard at that scene. And it's not because it's like we're laughing, like, yeah, we're laughing at it a little bit because it's ridiculous, but it's also so fucking awesome because it's just like, who is this motherfucker, dude? Does he got like military training? And we were even like, no way he takes down the helicopter. And it was like the third shot is like, and then you see the smoke and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, it's
the look on his face too while he's lighting his smoke.
Yeah, he's the cockiest motherfucker.
And he's just so calm about it. She's like, yep, I did that.
Hey, what's up there, Emily?
Oh, what's up, Emily?
Hello.
It was that moment I decided that this could totally be an amazing double feature with Hobo with a Shotgun. Because even though this is like, Hobo with a Shotgun is Grindhouse. It is full out Grindhouse to the max. This is like Grindhouse light, dude. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't see really anything, but like the scariness is kind of there and some of the action and shit. But man, like, I don't know, dude. I love the character of Ryder. He's just a fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
He's a sweaty badass. Now, Brody mentioned this before too. He goes, why is he the one that's sweating so profusely compared to everybody else?
Well, it's
Maybe-
not hot in the desert because everyone's rugged up. Like everyone's wearing jackets, jumpers, fucking flannelette shirts.
Right.
But every time there's a scene between Jim and fucking John, he's always sweating towards him. So then that was making me lead to believe that maybe that's one of the theories on why he's actually pushing these motives. Like he's actually maybe sick, he's dying. So he just doesn't give a fuck about life anymore. And, and he just essentially wants to die. And especially at the start of the film where he says to Jim, he's like, and it's in the way that he says it to Jim, he's like, I want to die. And it could be an actual cry for help because he doesn't want to do it himself. Or obviously wants Jim to do it again at the end of the truck scene there, even though he could escape the cops like he does eventually. So it makes me think he does want to die. If that makes sense, because it's like he knows he could escape the cops because he does that at the end of this film, but
which I'm sad we didn't get that scene. By the way, I wanted to see that tussle.
That would have been
between him
nice.
and the cops in the van, bro. Like, how the fuck did he get out of them cuffs, man? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So it just makes me think that he wants to die and he just wants Jim to do it for him because he can't do it himself.
But he's almost like some crazy nomadic warrior to where he's not going to go out without a fight. Almost,
yeah,
like in your
pretty much.
He's evil John Wick.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Hobo John Wick. That's what I'm saying, man. Like this is he's hobo Batman, dude. He's ridiculously skilled. He's just killing motherfuckers left and right, no problem. He just shows up, mysteriously disappears when you turn around and you're like, where the fuck did he go? You know what I mean?
Steph, I think it was when he gets off the bus and surrenders, and Nash comes out and grabs his gun and starts shooting in the air. Steph looks at me. She's like, "Why does everybody in this movie have a gun?" And she's looking at her like, "It's Texas."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but she grabbed the gun that he threw down.
Yeah, that's what I told her. Steph didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. Which it is Texas, but. Granted, I've never been to Texas, and I'm sad Scoobs isn't here to fucking be our little, let us.
Everybody's packing heat down there, man.
But
no, he's not wrong.
This feels more like Nevada where it's shot to me.
I was just thinking the same thing.
It's more North Texas, is what it is.
So right in where it hovers, New Mexico and kind of shit like that. Okay, that would make sense then, I guess.
Yeah, this isn't like Houston, Galveston area.
Texas is so fucking big. That's why it has 3 different kind of fucking climate styles and shit. It's ridiculous.
I love it.
Fucking hey, man.
That was and I love this whole. I mean, everything you guys said is absolutely true. But I'm kind of in the same boat with Chad a little bit. As he is basically he's a lethal monster. Is exactly what he is. We see it, but I feel like I wanted so much more from him. Like when I started watching, I was like, okay, what are we gonna get? We got good, but I'm like, man, I felt like I didn't get enough. But that's also that. But I also
he played it so well though, right? Like
he played it. Oh, absolutely, he played it well. But it just I wanted to see I also kind of I went with the theory of. It is that little bit of force of nature because how is a man like this everywhere he is? Again, there's no GPS. How the fuck do you know where this kid is every step of the way?
It's only common sense because he's only
radio,
directly one way on this highway. He knows Jim's going to be going that way. There's no way Jim's going to go off road.
Not only that, but why can't we just go CB radio, bro? This is 86. You're telling me they have full lock channels then, or at least he couldn't get a police CB radio? Why not?
Well, he didn't have it in the car he was in originally.
Yeah, but we don't know that in the truck didn't have one, dude. And granted, this is just an assumption, but also in the 80s, CB was a big fucking.
I would have to see the truck though, because
if it had the CB antenna, that would have been the giveaway. You're right.
Yeah.
I did not look for that, and I
didn't even think to look for that.
And we don't know how long he's been out there. He's quite familiar with the landscape, so he's probably one step ahead of. Knowing where this guy's going to be along the way, because he's setting this up because, he's literally setting this cat and mouse. So, this leads into one of my other theories. He's definitely found a worthy opponent out of Jim compared to his other victims. So, right. He lets Jim know this every time he shows up.
Yeah.
And he definitely shows him that he could have killed him but essentially just by being there in his presence. But he keeps giving him things like the car keys, killing the police, giving him bullets just to help keep the game going. So John set this game up, and he's definitely got that sensibility where it's common knowledge to sort of know where Jim is going to be. And not only that, he's obviously following him in the ute later on. We see that multiple times throughout this film. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe he just really
one of the best spots that, like you were just saying though, like where he just comes in out of nowhere is one of the craziest scenes, dude. But our main character, this is where he flips. He's in the phone booth, and those two cops show up. Those cops weren't even fucking looking at him, but our man goes fucking nuts and takes them hostage. So now you were probably fine up until this point. Now you kind of fucked yourself because you're like, oh, bro, you're taking cops hostage at gunpoint, dude. Like, even if you weren't in the wrong then, you're kind of
are now.
Yeah, kind of fucking towing that line, homie. And it was great that, you know, that whole scene because he talks to the captain and he gets that like sigh of relief for like second.
Yeah.
And then literally fucking he just rolls over the hill next to him, takes out the fucking two cops in like 1 to 2 solid shots. And then pretty much he's just like, suck balls, nerd. And just fucking takes off, dude. That to me, like, that's a scene where like I feel like we should. I still liked how it played out, but like maybe he could have freaked out more. Granted, he was about to fucking shoot himself too. So like, I'm glad we had that moment of where like he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna end this dude because I can't do it. And then he's just like, can't fucking do that, dude. You know what I mean? Like, because he's a fighter, which goes to what Brody's saying. Like, even Ryder knows that our main character is a fighter. That's why he probably like kind of, I don't know if he chose him, but he didn't choose him, but that's how he is trying to find him or choose a guy as he's looking through his victims. And if
he's
his
just having
decide to fight back, oh, this is the one. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Which I'll jump ahead right away and say that is actually my favorite scene. It's that talks to him, calm, boom, they're both dead, and he is freaking out in the car, and it's just he's gone already. That's my
favorite scene. There was a lot of those moments, dude. Like, once again, if you wanted to make this a little bit more horror, you could have definitely showed the fucking like head explosions from the frontal view. And you know, we got the blood coming out the window and everything, which still just like, oh fuck, dude, like, you know what I mean? But like, it's not the same. Like Chad Eddie was saying, like looking at the actual kills, which man, we should have had with that truck one by the end with Nash. And I know I'm jumping around. That one should have been just like, that should have been a slow rip and tear. You know,
we get that in the remake, and it looks fucking pretty poop town.
You said it's CG, hard CG, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's CG from memory. And then they do the switcheroo where it's actually Jim that gets torn in half. Spoiler alert. But it's like, it's not a good movie, so I don't.
I didn't even know they remade it until you told me this morning.
Yeah, Sean Bean plays John. And no disrespect to Sean Bean, he's a great actor, but Rutger just hit. That's why when I watched this, like I said, I love this movie. As an actor who, and as Kassler had mentioned in one of the comments, he was in Nighthawks with Stallone and everything. He just had such a presence on film. It was here, but I'm like, in terms of the character, I'm like, I wanted more. I wanted more from him. I know we got a lot, but I wanted more. If he, you know, I saw him as this ruthless playing a game, but I can also be like, I'm sure the studio had a say, which I'm sure we'll get into, because when I did research after this, the script that they had, I'm like, why the fuck didn't we get that? I'm not saying this is bad because I love it, but I'm like, I wanted that. My skin was like, I want that. I need that.
Fair enough.
This is what I love about John Ryder's character is that he's very unpredictable, and we can conjure up so many different theories about who he is and what he is. That's what I love about this film. And the scene that does it for me, and I'll jump ahead by saying what my favorite fucking scene is. It's the confrontation between Jim and Ryder sitting at the table in the
Ooh.
cafe
Ooh,
where
that
he
was
gives
good.
him
Yeah.
was
that
solid.
scene right there is the combination of what and who John is, from his personality traits to like just his, I don't know, just the mentality that he has in that scene, and how the facial expressions of his, acting, whatever it is, how he doesn't really do much. He just says it in the dialogue, and his facial expressions just tell you everything.
He's a scary
right
fucking
there.
dude. Like,
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is.
And then there was like, I think I'd read some theory there was like meant to be sexual chemistry between the two, and
I can kind of see that a little bit.
you
Like,
can, and
That
when he
scene-
puts
that
the
scene
knife
was
on
there.
Jim's dick, there's when he's sitting in the room near the end when the room full of cops, and Jim walks in and his face lights up and Jim spits on him and he plays around his mouth with it.
yeah, what the
just those
fuck was that all about, bro?
little details like that. It's like he's getting a bit of sexual tension out of it. I don't know. He just has a thing for Jim, and I think it's interesting. But like one of the theories I did think about as well was the theory that Chad thought of. He's just this phantom of the isolation of this desert landscape, and that could work as well. I really enjoy how it does explain how he could just pop up here and there and everywhere and just kill people.
And if we were to go with that theory, because that's what my main theory was, that the ending of him, John, meaning, to me, that was the only other point, a little contention I had was I felt like that could have been a little bit more elevated. That's because I also took that theory as that's what he is, because to me is what would wrap it up. That
He's
made
Hobo
the most
John-
sense at the time.
He's Hobo John Matrix, bro. He just knows how to do it all, man. He's taking out armies and shit. All these policemen. So, do you boys think his name is fake? Like, do you really think that's his name?
I think it was
Is it-
fake.
I
think
think
it's
it's fake, and I
definitely
only say that
fake.
because it's like John Doe, and he's a rider. He's a hitcher. You know what I
Well-
mean? So, like John Ryder. It just seems like a very obvious, like, yeah, sure, here you go.
Well, it's funny you say that. And like I said to you before the show, when Eric Red wrote this film, and I'm pretty sure Chad has it in his notes, but he was driving through the desert and then he was listening to Riders of the Storm by the Doors. So John Ryder, John Doe kind of makes fucking sense in that.
Yep.
And that scene where he goes, his name's John Ryder, and he looks at him through the two-way mirror, that's just gives off a little bit more of that
Yeah.
supernatural element too, because it's
Right,
something
dude. Like,
very-
there was like there's definitely some weird connection somehow between the two,
yeah.
whatever it may be.
Their connection felt supernatural.
He felt
It-
he felt his heat. He's like,
Well,
That's
espe-
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Jim is running from something. He did something bad, and this is his penance. His
I
punishment.
like Jim's arc from being this innocent person. We don't know his past,
Yeah.
but then he comes full circle at the end. It's like John took him under his wing as a trainee. It's like, I'll man you up, son.
bro, I thought he was going. I thought he was
Turning into
turning
the
into
egg.
Ryder, dude. Especially with
I was
that
getting
last
that-
scene.
I got that feeling too. Yeah.
That's
With
another
the-
theory. That's
well,
so,
I mean, he
that's what I
literally
love about it.
because he mimics his whole dialogue from the beginning with
Yep.
the cop when he takes
Yep.
the cop's car. Granted, he doesn't kill the cop or anything like that. You know what I mean? He does have a mission. He just wants
Yeah.
to kill Ryder, but
Well, and the other part of them even being connected is when he's in the jail cell and the nightmare he's having. It's something that happened before, but then all of a sudden he wakes up, the whole police station's gone
Murk,
and dead.
bro.
Like, and I don't know about you, I'm a heavy sleeper, but there's no way. Like, so
So
he was.
did
Like,
he-
it felt like he was under something in order for that to basically happen.
if I'm sleeping in a jail cell, dude, I'm definitely not sleeping with my head near the bars, dude. Like my head's gonna be
No.
towards the wall. That was my first weird thing.
That's what I'm saying. He's some kind of supernatural force to be able to do this without making a sound, anything.
I mean,
There are gunshots in the edit where it goes bang, bang, bang in his dream that sort of wake him up, but they're just sort
Yeah.
of like subtle in the background to make it feel realism, but also what you're saying about the supernatural element. So it gives you that. We don't know.
I mean, we don't even know if there was gunshots potentially fired because he liked his knives, so he
No,
could just
if you go back and listen to it, you'll hear the gunshots
Is there?
in his
Okay.
dream. Yeah.
because the one dude definitely has his neck slit though.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah,
or
the
dog
dog's
was
licking the blood, which is
Yeah.
also just another moment of just like,
So
okay.
literally, like this dude's almost like he's just a human Terminator, really. Like he's doing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's just chasing this motherfucker down, killing cops along the way, and all these other motherfuckers. It's It's I
It's
don't
a
know, man.
hell of
But
a
our main
ride.
character, like we were saying, how we all kind of feel like he was turning into it. Once he took those cops hostage, man, he just starts making bad decision after bad decision after
Yes, he
fucking
does.
bad decision. And it's just
Yeah.
like, this is a train wreck, bro. Where is this going? That's why I was so entertained with this, because I'm just like, what are you doing, man? Like, don't grab a girl and shove her into the bathroom. I don't care how nice she was to you. Like, and he ended up getting there, killed essentially, which sucked, but fucking A, man. I don't know. This movie was a ride. Like, that's,
Yeah,
I
it was a
full
good
on
ride.
enjoy it. I can definitely see though why I agree. On-screen kills wouldn't just definitely heighten the bar that much more, make it way more horror and less thriller for sure.
Well, and that also, like I said, the character of Ryder, I love him, but if we go with that supernatural element, there should have been for his ending a little bit more of I don't know, I guess of a I don't know something that just brought it back for me
Some type
at
of
least.
closure. Some
Okay.
Yeah, because then it would have been like, okay, so if it was supernatural, there is that explanation.
So sticking with your supernatural thoughts, and this also goes with Brody's question earlier, why he was sweating like the Rock and Fast and the Furious. But like, maybe that's why he's sweating, dude. Maybe he is a devil. You know what I mean? Like he's just always permanently hot or something like that. I don't know. Like if
It's
it is his
just,
personal demon chasing him or something like that.
yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Like it was nearly every scene that you
Yeah,
see.
he was
him and
soaking,
John,
dude. I mean,
Jim.
the first scene is understandable because he's coming out of the rain. So,
Yep.
like, yeah, he's wet and you see dripping off his nose.
Yep.
But in the truck scene, dude, it's not
when
raining.
when he's in the semi truck and it's just literally dripping off of him.
Glistening, dude.
Maybe he
looks
gets
like
off on it.
Fucking maybe,
And he's like this. Yeah.
maybe, dude. Like every time he revs up, he's just inching himself a little bit closer. Like, oh,
He's like, oh, Jimmy boy, Jimmy.
fucking A, bro.
What the hell's going on with Bobby?
Ah, we went.
John's just taking Bobby out.
Hold on. Womp, womp. I think Bob just completely froze.
I think it's Mary Lou. She's jealous. She's the only supernatural force. Damn it.
Froze. All right, I'll just take him out for now.
Bob, you froze.
Oh, he left. All right. No, like I said, man, I feel like for a first watch, it was a solid film. It was a fun film.
Definitely makes up for last week.
Oh my god, dude, hands down. And you know what? It's because the acting was solid, but then we also had some like fun action and shit like that too. And like Brody was saying, like the diner scene, that was one of the best scenes just because it was tense.
That was intense.
It
That was very
set the mood. I was wondering like if like somehow he was still able to kill that dude out back. Like if you know what I mean? Like it was just like fuck another victim on the plate. But nothing happened there. Just setting up scene. But I don't know, man. Just the licking of the pennies on the eyes and shit like that is like you're already dead, essentially.
That's another clue that he's a supernatural being, because
And he's like, you're a smart kid, figure it out. And then it's like, whoa, all these different theories just hit you. You're like, fuck.
Bob, you are in the red, sir. That sucks.
Yeah, my
you hear us?
I hear you fine. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, as long as we got your sweet voice, that's all that fucking matters.
I'm creep over here, so we'll see.
Climbing up the mountain. Is there anything else you boys want to discuss, or are you guys ready to hand over to Chad Daddy?
I have one quick question, and I don't even know what the fuck this is. In that same scene we were just talking about between John and Jim at the cafe, he gives him the bullets. Now,
yes.
I paused it on this scene. Inside when Jim unwraps it, we get the bullets. Is there a fucking rock with that?
Yes, there was something there.
There was something else, but I don't know what it was.
There was.
And I couldn't try and figure that out, if that was a metaphor for something, meaning a part of what he said with the pennies on the eyes. I don't know if it's I don't know. It just
I noticed it too, but I wasn't sure if it was just weird, like the towels clumped up in a weird spot, or if it did look like something extra.
There was something else.
Yeah, no, there definitely was.
And you guys do understand what the pennies in the eyes are for, right?
Yeah, that's for the passage over the
River Styx. Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. If you don't, go watch some. You know what? Just seeing that has nothing to do with this movie. but it just made me want to watch fucking Boondock Saints instantaneously, dude.
I watched that the other night. So fucking good.
We're not going to talk about the second one, but the first one is fucking fantastic.
Aren't they supposed to be doing another one?
A
They were,
prequel
I
or
think.
something,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any sense because the first one's the origin for the brothers. So
Yeah.
unless the prequel is just going to be about the dad, which okay, I guess, cool, but
Who's 83 now?
yeah, but I mean, if they do a prequel when he was like in his
Yeah,
youth,
make
like
him
maybe
younger.
like how he got into the game, like his game or something like that. I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
But the fact is, it's not going to have William Dafoe in it, so it's like, do we really need it?
Unless he plays a different character.
Oh, that'd be crazy, dude. Just have Dafoe in the universe, but just a completely different. I'm for it. Fuck yeah. All right. So, anything else, or we want to spread?
I want Chad to spread these cheeks like we all spread cheeks.
Woo!
All right.
Chad, Daddy, what do you got, buddy?
Okay, so in Rutger Hauer's book, All Those Moments, Hauer mentioned how executive producer Edward S. Feldman settled on Sam Elliott for the role of John Ryder. Hauer states that apparently Elliott was so scary when he came into audition that Edward S. Feldman was afraid to go out to his car afterward. Sam Elliott had a scheduling conflict and had to back out of the role. I also believe there was his. It also had to do with money too, like they didn't want to pay him enough.
Bro, Elliot can act too, though, man. He probably would have been.
Dude,
I don't know.
Okay. Let me get.
I mean, like, I love Rutger in this, dude. Like, he is solid.
Yeah,
for sure.
he is.
Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead to this one just because it goes in with this one. So in earlier drafts of the script, John Ryder had been described as skeletal in nature, and so actors like David Bowie, Sting, Sam Shepard, Harry Dean Stanton, and Terrence Stamp were mentioned, and Michael Ironside was also considered for the role.
I'm not
Michael
gonna lie.
Ironside
Ironside.
would be sick.
Ironside. I would have liked to have seen, but I love Ryder.
I love Michael Ironside, and I think it would have been great. I would love to have seen Harry Dean Stanton in this role, though.
Yeah, Harry
I'm not
Dean
gonna
would
lie,
be
dude.
interesting.
I'm still stuck on fucking what's his name that you said because I'm trying to think.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, has he ever played a bad guy?
I don't think so.
Well, define bad.
I don't know, but
Bad
he's
in the
looked
sense of he
identical
was
since
still
he was in
good,
fucking
so.
Roadhouse. He hasn't aged.
No,
Like,
no,
he's
yeah,
always looking
exactly.
old.
No, I
he's-
know, but it's like I don't know, man. Like him actually playing like a solid villain would be sweet. I think.
I think it would be like Sam Elliott, Ironside, and Stanton. Like those right there.
Ironside.
Besides
would be
Rutger would have
good.
definitely been.
I don't know though, man. Like Ironside. I mean, we've seen him play an asshole in a lot of different things. Like that, he seems a little typecast, maybe for that kind of role.
It's funny we're talking about Sam Elliott because that just reminded me. Okay, so I've been playing Midnight Suns, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you remember Sam Elliott played the caretaker in Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Ghost Rider. So caretaker is a character in this game, but it's a woman.
And it's still voiced by Sam Elliott.
No, but John Blaze is in this game, not as Ghost Rider. He was a Ghost Rider, but he's not Ghost Rider anymore, and he looks just exactly like Sam Elliott in the game.
What? That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Nice little nod there.
Yeah.
I would have had Gary Busey play or audition for the role.
Oh, he didn't have to act. He'd just be himself.
His
Actually,
brother did
his
the
son.
second one.
His
Or
son is
son,
in the
whatever.
second one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
Really?
Play
You
Which-
said the second one was Poop Town, though, right?
from memory. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Well, there's also a reason why it went to DVD and it came out in 2003.
Yeah.
The second one?
Yeah.
It was that late of a sequel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know. Okay.
I read the plot synopsis and I went like this. No,
that's
visually
the
this
thing.
sucks and I didn't even watch it.
I did the same thing.
No shit. Okay. Chad, Eddie, what else you got, homie?
Rutger Hauer did a lot of the stunt driving throughout the movie, which amazed the crew and even the real stunt drivers themselves.
So he's
I'm
playing
actually
himself.
not surprised. I've heard that he did a lot as an actor. A lot.
Man, I really wish I could have met him.
Saying
Yeah, he would have been awesome.
like I said, I knew him from Nighthawks and he was vicious in that.
Dude, just looking at Blade Runner, for God's sake.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and
is
he-
Jake
and-
Busey the Hitcher in the Hitcher 2?
Mhm.
Yeah, he is. And the weird part about it is he he at the time this movie came, I'm sure you have it, but I have to say it. He was like, I don't want to do any more villain roles. But then he read this and he said, if this is going to be the last one I do, I'm okay with this. This is good.
But he's so good at it, dude.
Yeah, fucking oath.
But like, that's why I also have you boys watched Hobo with Shotgun?
No, I still have to watch it.
So like, literally, I mean, yeah, he's a drifter in this, but technically he's a hobo. So this is like him as evil hobo, and then Hobo with a Shotgun is like him as good hobo, but still killing trash. That's why I think it's a good, weird, like double feature, man. Like,
I think it's on Tubi. I might have to look that up.
Great film.
Is it really?
I think.
Man, it's been a minute since I've watched that shit.
It
was it's a ridiculous film, that is for sure. I'm not but it's a fun one. What else?
Continue.
C. Thomas Howell admitted that he was actually afraid of Rutger Hauer on and off the set because of Hauer's general intensity.
Yeah, I could see that, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're doing a good job.
Them eyes are like fucking lasers, man. Like, just like, oh.
Well, I love that his eyes aren't like dark either. They're like,
yeah,
they're like a hazy shade, and it's just like, that's mesmerizing.
And what it is like maybe that's what it is he doesn't look like your atypical like bad guy, because he's got like the sandy blonde hair and shit like that, so he just kind of has a completely different aesthetic than what we're used to. So
it's those piercing blue eyes that do it for you,
right? Scares the shit out of me. Lack of souls.
Well,
he's not a ginger now.
Well,
woo-hoo.
I have different reasons as to why they're scary, but that could be a story for another day.
Anyways, Chad Daddy.
Jennifer Jason Leigh's character name appeared as Nash Galveston in an earlier version of the script, and just Nash Galveston in publicity and press materials.
Yeah,
I wonder why they were like, we're not gonna. We've never called her Gal at all, so why do we need to give her a nickname? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Get rid of it.
That sounds like a studio call.
Nash.
The original script was long enough to make a 3-hour movie. Scenes that were never filmed include Ryder slaughtering an entire family, an eyeball appearing in a hamburger. This was replaced in a finger and a plate of French fries. Which
how do you get the fucking finger in there? That's one thing we never even talked about. How do you get the fucking finger in there, bro? He's got to be, dude. Right? Like,
see, this makes me want to make.
She just opened the restaurant. We literally saw her open that shit. Not saying there's not a back entrance that motherfucker could have snuck in or something like that still. But like, he magically knew she was going to feel bad and make him fucking burger and fries? Like, what?
Maybe he was just carrying a finger around just for the hell of it. Who knows?
Probably.
Did he just like throw it into her when she put it up on the hot plate bar? He was just like, beep. See, that's where we should have saw it, dude. When she put it on the hot plate bar and turned around, we should have saw his hand like place it up in the fucking or something.
Nah, that would have ruined the shock value.
No, it would have. It would have.
We didn't even talk about when he comes out of that other service station in his ute and he tries to run Jim over and he knocks all the petrol bowsers over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then when he just breaks through the door and,
oh,
fuck.
Where like he actually blows up the entire fucking gas station.
But his truck's just randomly inside the fucking building and then he comes out of it like
supernatural.
Bro, he's Jason. He's got teleportation powers with his truck. He is though, man. Like that's why I said he's Batman. Cause I'm just like, cause I wasn't thinking like supernatural or anything. I'm like, this bro is just trained. Like he is just like some crazy military trained dude who is just lost and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kill people because that's the only thing that's guaranteed this life is death. So,
I mean, he would have been the age. It could have easily been a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Because like
he was in Nolan's Batman, so it makes sense.
There you go. He's Hobo Batman.
Okay. There was also a graphic sex scene between Galveston before she was Nash and Jim, and a character being decapitated. This movie underwent several rewrites, which removed the gorier elements.
Well, what the fuck?
See, well, didn't it go to 20th Century Fox?
Well, it went to a lot of different studios.
Yeah, but like, there's your like that's what I mean. Like this script had it Everything that's in the movie and everything that's not in the movie was in that script. What the fuck? I wanted that. I'm not saying I don't like what we got, but I wanted that.
That's fine.
I
mean, dude, we've reviewed a lot of movies where we found out that they had some ideas for some cool shit that they never gave us. So,
well, and this movie in particular, though, I think it's also because it's a movie of the road. There's trucks and cars involved. I don't know. Just like this movie screams brutality. Like if this movie, out of a lot of movies that had less gore and it worked perfectly, this movie had less gore. It works, but it needed it and it could have used it in so many ways.
I mean,
that's just me. I'll stand by that though.
Fair enough. Chad Daddy?
While performing the last bit of the windshield stunt, Rutger Hauer knocked out one of his own teeth with the shotgun he held in his hands.
Damn.
Damn. And that's not an easy shotgun either to be holding onto as you're going through a windshield. Dude.
Well, that sucks.
Wouldn't be hard. Some of them. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just said it wouldn't be hard. Some of them motherfuckers look like they were ready to rot out of his head anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
C. Thomas Howell's fear when Rutger Hauer was holding the knife near his eye was genuine. Hauer improvised the line and the position of the knife.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ. Holy crap.
Keeping everybody a little on edge on set, dude. Like, even the camera guy's like,
what am I shooting here?
You know what, dude? The way he was going with that eyeball scene, I'm surprised you said we were supposed to get one, but like, I was expecting to get something more with an eyeball. Because, like,
yeah,
clearly he's done that before.
If there was an eyeball scene, this wouldn't be Brody's favorite movie.
I was going to say, I'm glad we never fucking.
I think it still would be.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
When he was describing that, though, dude, all I could think of was playing Dead Space 2 with the fucking needle just going into the eye. And I'm like,
oh no, fuck that.
Bro, have you ever watched that? Like, I don't think you've ever played Dead Space 2, right?
No, I haven't, but I'm pretty familiar with it. I think I was watching like an eyeball compilation there one day, and I was seeing like a razor blade go through the fucking eye. And I was like, why am I even fucking doing this to myself?
It's like, trying to beat your traumas, bro. I get it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sadly, it didn't work.
Eyeball compilation. I'm going to have to look that.
And it was like the zombie film when like it slowly goes through the eyeball, that bit of timber, and I was like, I can't.
Yes. Yeah.
That is agonizing to watch.
Ugh.
Splinters
suck too, right?
Writer, producer, and director Christopher Nolan has listed this as one of his favorite movies.
Hey,
there you go.
Like I said, man, I wish I watched this more as a kid.
Yeah,
I'm sad I didn't get to enjoy this I would have fucking loved this shit as a kid, man.
You know, I probably would have loved it back then too.
Because this easily would have been one of those ones where like it would have been a great Saturday flick with pops to watch or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, for sure.
Yeah, because I love shitty movies like Beyond Thunderdome and Masters of the Universe.
Fucking right, bro. I could totally see this being on a TBS rainy Saturday, dude. They're just like, all right, watch our double feature. Like,
Bernie, did they release this on Blu-ray?
They are going to. So Umbrella Entertainment from Australia is doing a release, and Second Sight Films are doing a 4K and Blu-ray release.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
right,
they're about 95% done. I think they updated there the other day. So, yeah, it's only a matter of time. We'll probably get it this year sometime.
That's a deal.
I'm fucking hanging out for it.
Yeah, the version that was on Max looked like absolute ass.
You mean everything?
Was it like that on everything?
Everything, bro. We searched. We
Dude,
looked.
Why the fuck was it full frame?
So
that's definitely a cut.
I don't know what you guys did, but like we had to do we tweaked some TV settings so we got it to zoom in, so we actually got, you know.
I did that, but I didn't.
Not full screen.
I didn't stretch it because I didn't want to ruin the ratio and make it.
But we got it to full like 480. But like just on our TV where it took up the whole thing. So I was like, okay, I could deal with that.
I got it with like little black bars on the side, but it wasn't too bad. But even still, this was like DVD quality at best.
Yo, VHS quality.
I was VHS, bro.
That's why I said at best DVD. It was horrible. And the sad thing, fucking HBO owns this movie.
Yeah,
and they give us a shit copy.
And it's I mean, Brody already said, because he obviously knew, but that was one thing I did look up last night, and I was like, yo, man, is there a 4K restoration of this movie yet or not? And it's like, oh, it's coming. I'm like, oh, damn it, we're just watching a little early. Okay. But no, for
I
sure.
think that's kind of partially what hurt my
Viewing experience
viewing
of it.
experience. Yeah.
I mean, bro, drop the shit in 4K. You do not have to twist my arm to watch this again. I would.
Yeah,
gladly watch
seriously,
this again,
no.
It's like Prom Night 2. You know, we deserve a better quality copy than what we got.
I
Of course.
100% agree, and I will not argue with that fact.
You will not.
What else you got, homie?
Jennifer Jason Leigh agreed to do this movie because she wanted to work with Rutger Hauer again. They co-starred together in Flesh and Blood in '85 and loved the character of Nash because there, in her words, there was a real person there.
Oh. Gene says Audition is the worst needle movie.
Yeah, it's a is it South Korean or Japanese?
It's the Japanese one, right?
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised? They do everything. They do everything.
That's the one where it's like the dude's trying to like get a girlfriend or something, right? And he sets up
That's
a fake
it.
competition.
I
Yeah.
haven't
Never watched it. I've read the plot synopsis and stuff like that, and just because I've heard of it, but I heard it's
Yeah,
pretty fucked.
Yeah, there's some fuck scenes in it, but it takes a while for them fuck scenes to happen.
Is
It's a
that
bit
the
of a
one with
slow
some
burn.
piano wire or something, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, through
Okay.
the leg.
Yeah. Word.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch that.
All right. Chad Daddy, anything else, homie?
Future President George W. Bush served on the board of the company that lent money to HBO to finance this movie. During the 2000 presidential election, Bush's critics used his involvement in the Hitcher to discredit his stance on family values and his criticism of pervasive violence in Hollywood movies.
I
Fucking hell.
fucking hate politics for
So do I.
that
There you
sheer,
go.
that sheer reason of going so far back and nitpicking at the stupidest fucking shit that has nothing to do with it at time being or talked about or any of that other crap. Fucking sorry, dude. I don't mean to rant,
agree.
but that shit is
I completely
agree.
that shit just
agree.
hurts
No.
me to fucking
Let it
no
go,
end,
man.
dude.
Let it go. Let it out.
Ah, I fucking hate that crap so much.
It's bullshit.
Anyways,
The coach stops at Roy's Motel and Cafe, which is a famous landmark on the old Route 66, now
Oh, no
Interstate
shit.
40. It can be found in Amboy, California. It has been featured in many movies and documentaries.
wait a minute. They were driving on Interstate 40?
I'm guessing
Are you serious? God damn
that's
it.
where that is. I mean,
Okay, so I was gonna when I was doing the post for our Gore and we're on our Instagram for this yesterday, I was gonna write a little Brack joke in there, and I was like, well, the boys and I are like all the boys are packed up in our pickup truck and driving down Highway 40. And you guys probably don't get that at all, do you?
I certainly don't.
Have you ever seen the Brack show back in the day?
I have, but I don't remember.
So the
No,
Brack show, it was a music video where Brack was driving a little pickup truck and he picks up Freddie Prinze Jr. And him and Freddie Prinze Jr. end up like singing a fucking sing-along song.
It's been a minute.
But the fact I was going to do that joke and I was just like, no, nobody will get it. And then you're just like, oh yeah, this is on Highway 40. I'm like, God damn it, dude.
You
It's
should have done
there.
it. Should have done it.
Son of a bitch. What else we got, homie?
Throughout the movie, John Ryder is implied to be some kind of ghost or evil spirit due to the fact that he always seems to show up whenever and wherever he pleases, no matter where Jim Halsey is, as if he has some kind of teleportation ability.
Oh.
Well, there we go. That was. I got nothing to say.
I mean, yeah. He's definitely got some sixth sense going on for sure.
For the role of Jim Halsey, the producers mentioned Matthew Modine, Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez, and Charlie Sheen.
No.
Nah.
If they put Tom Cruise in this, I would have just been like, fuck.
Pony Boy was the shit in this film. He was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree, dude. I like the casting that we got.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Like I can't picture anybody else really for either role.
No, absolutely not.
No. What else you got, Holmes?
Screenwriter Eric Red wrote the original script with the character of John Ryder being based on Keith Richards, with Ryder originally being characterized as a skeletal, sickly, throat cancer survivor with a voice box giving him an unnatural voice.
Damn.
Honestly, damn. Like, wow.
Just throwing Keith Richards under the bus.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
No, I see. I
Wow.
would have liked to have seen the voice box part. The fuck?
That would be, you know, I was going to ask you this, but have you boys ever picked up a hitchhiker?
Nope.
Hell
Fuck
no.
no.
Nope.
I
Watch
have.
too many movies where it never goes right.
And
was-
that's how you met Jen.
No, dude, like she was giving me as we were watching this, because like obviously Ryder starts right off the gate. He's just like, hey, thanks for picking me up. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like she was like, see, and your dumbass picks up hitchhikers. I was like, listen, the dude was walking. My drive is an hour to work back and forth. And literally what I drive through.
Wait, no, I did once. That's right.
I drive, there's like, it's no sidewalks and it's all country. So it's all fucking farms and shit like that. And it was literally about to pour. I could fucking see it. And there was a dude walking. He didn't even have his hand out, dude. Like he wasn't even asking, but I pulled over and still gave him a fucking ride. She's like,
I forgot.
she's like, I can't believe you did that. I was like, first of all, I already prepped myself because I got a fucking Rambo style knife on me in the car at all fucking times.
Yeah.
So I already had that shit. I grabbed it and I put it on my side just to have it at the fucking ready. You never fucking know. Because I'm obviously, yeah, dude, I am putting myself in a sketchy situation. But you're also about to like be in a Toyota Corolla with a 300-pound man. You don't really have a lot of space to also fucking get to. You know what I mean? So it's like,
No, I forgot. I did pick up this one girl. Me and the girl I was seeing at the time. I think we we're coming back from the bar, and she was walking like basically in the middle of nowhere, and we knew where to see her, so she wasn't like a complete stranger.
word.
But like the guy she was seeing just basically dumped her off there,
Oh,
so we gave her a ride back home.
apparently, according to my wife, I've done it a few times, and I only remember the one specifically. Like I just mentioned, and I was like, "Did I?" And she's like, "Yes, you have." And I yell at you all the time. I was like, "No, all right, whatever."
Wait, she was there?
No, I've never done it. If I had my family with me, dude, I would never. Like
No,
me
yeah,
myself, yeah, dude, I'll throw myself into the wind. I don't give a shit, dude. Whatever. Anyways,
Okay. So this is one of the few movies to which Roger Ebert gave 0 stars.
fuck
When
Roger
he and Gene
Ebert.
Siskel denounced this movie for its violence on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, Carson asked them if they were opposed to censorship, and Ebert replied, "Of course. The film should be made, it should be shown, and it should not be attended by anybody."
You know, it always makes me wonder, how did they have so much like influence at the time?
Because you're just a pompous ass, dude, and they put you up on thing. And
Here's how I've never given any credit to anything they've ever said because I used to watch their show once in a while, and it was one, and then always during the opening it showed Roger Ebert sitting there, and he's always typing in his typewriter, and hanging on the wall behind him was a poster for Godzilla 1985, and he fucking hated Godzilla 1985.
oh, really?
Yes.
Fuck.
They're hypocritical as fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen their review on this film, and they basically talk about homosexuality or whatever it is. They're trying, all this bullshit they conjure up about this fucking film. But then you'll go and watch them talk about fucking Hellraiser, and they'll at least give that 2.5 stars. Where this film, where there's people getting fucking ripped apart by chains in that fucking film, where there's fuck all violence in this one too.
Yeah.
Their biggest problem with this film was like the violence, or it's just like, violence.
Dude, the
towards
violence
police.
wasn't even that bad.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Now,
but it
granted-
was only because of the police scenario and all that bullshit as well. Like violence.
But
towards
even
them.
then, 2 years earlier, we had the fucking Terminator. You got Arnold
Yeah,
going in
seriously.
and
Exactly.
mowing down 30 fucking cops in a police station, bro.
Exactly
what the
fucking right.
fuck?
Hypocritical dickheads.
What did they?
They
I
are.
wonder what they scored the Terminator. Now I feel like I gotta look that up.
It's irrelevant.
Anyways,
The Mexican direct-to-video movie Deadly Road is a spin-off of this movie.
There's a Mexican.
really?
Never heard of it.
Spin-off.
Never
Shall
heard
we
of it.
review it? No.
We don't even know what it is.
Probably something we'd never be able to find. Executives tried to have the death of Nash softened and toned down. The studio even suggested softening her death by having a funeral. The filmmakers refused to back down, and silver screen
Oh,
executives finally relented at the last minute.
The fuck?
It seems like the studio just basically said, "Yeah, you can make violence, but you're not going to show it." Why am I not surprised?
I don't understand the reasoning behind a funeral. When will they have time to have a funeral?
Exactly.
Dude, didn't this all happen within like 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, at most.
The most he slept was at the prison or the jail cell. That was about it. And then everything else was like consistently on the run.
Yeah, let's throw a funeral in there that's going to take 4 or 5 hours, and we'll just be just fine.
Because that's like a full week if you figure like waiting for the body and wake and all that other shit. Usually, yeah.
This is Texas, man. You're going the way you are. No, I'm kidding.
It might have been a part of the 3-hour version that we were going to get.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if there are deleted scenes.
Not that I can see. Nash's gruesome death by being torn apart by the truck and trailer hitch was Rutger Hauer's idea. The original script would have had Nash be crushed by the truck against a wall, but Hauer convinced the director to go with his idea, arguing that audiences would be more disturbed by the sound of a revving engine after watching this scene.
Dude, that scene's so fucking intense. And John and Rutger is just John Ryder to a fucking T.
Yeah, he is.
Perfect casting.
All right. Anything else, buddy?
In an appearance on Late Night with David Letterman, Rutger Hauer stated that this movie originally ended with Jim Halsey shooting John Ryder as Ryder lay prone on the highway. However, to avoid an X rating, the filmmakers shot the ending that was ultimately used, with Ryder getting to his feet, showing he's still a threat and giving Jim at least partial justification for shooting him.
The whole fucking movie is a lead up to justification, whatever it is. Like, I don't understand.
So that would have gave it an X rating if he was just laid down prone and he got shot?
Basically, yeah.
What?
Makes no fucking sense.
This was the 80s. You know, they were really, really cracking down hard on shit like that back then.
That's such weird, like, I mean, I understand, like, sometimes you got to draw a line, but, like, what? Like, I don't see. That's not like torture or anything like that. That's fucking weird.
All the violence they were going to put in this movie, and then just think a year later, Friday Part 7 comes out, and they completely excised that movie. So, yeah, they were on the hunt. You're not wrong. They were on the hunt.
And take a look at, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 when it came out. It came out unrated, and today, by today's standards, that would barely be an R movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Anything else, homie?
One last thing. One of the producers said that this movie's commercial failure was because of a lack of violence and that Nash's death should have been shown. They say, as they said, there's other gore in the movie, other killings, but this is the main one. It's the motivation for the hero. You can't show all the killings we should and then not show the main one. It's cheating the audience. Rutger Hauer said critics misunderstood the movie, and according to him, it is an allegory for which Ryder represents evil, which that's kind of a given.
So there you go.
I don't think it's that we misunderstood it. It's like we understood it and we still wanted that.
No. We understood it. We wanted everything in the kitchen sink into it because this. I said it. I'll say, I love it, but this is the movie that deserved it. It was that raw movie that if you gave every ounce of gore and terror, 10 out of 10.
All righty. Well, Chad, Daddy said that was it.
That was it.
All right. Well, thank you for that, homie. I appreciate that. All righty, boys. What format did we watch this on?
Max.
HBO Max.
New Australian service called Broly.
Broly?
Yep. And it was like DVD quality.
All right. So we all got the same probably quality. I checked HBO, Tubi, Roku. I feel like something else. All the same quality, all the same cut. So we went back to HBO because that was the one I can get the biggest like zoom scan on.
And no commercials.
Nice. And no commercials, right, too. Otherwise, I would have been on my homie Tubi, but you know, we go with the one I fucking pay for. Douche of the film.
The copper that's like, you spit on my wrist.
Like, yes.
Bro!
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He was a dickhead. Yes.
Good call. He was going to shoot Jim for no reason.
Straight up cold blood, dude, just because he's pissed. Granted, I'm not, you know, he's pissed off that his buddies got killed. Not saying he can't be angry, but Jesus Christ, dude.
Did anyone notice when Jim first gets like thrown on the hood of that fucking police car, his leg hits that other cop in the back of the head?
Yeah.
Does it really?
It flies up like, whoa.
It like kicks him in the back of the head. Sorry,
I didn't see that.
No, I missed that shit. That's awesome.
It was funny.
Yeah, no, 100% that's the douchebag.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to agree. All right. Favorite kill?
The two cops in the car. It was
the
so
one that
quick.
he took hostage. Okay, yeah. That was
It was
solid.
just so sudden. He just drives up from out of nowhere. Boom, boom.
It was fast.
It was very
That
fast.
was fast as shit.
You know, I'm gonna go with the family. We don't see it, but I feel only because it's a whole family. Like that would have been if it was shown. I think one of the most brutal.
I mean, it makes our main character throw up, so at least that gives you the horrific idea of what he potentially saw.
So I'm going with the family.
Oh fuck, this is tough.
I'm going fucking helicopter explosion, bro. I don't even give a shit, man. That dude took out like what 6 to 7 people in 3 shots, dude. It was perfect.
Dude,
He got 4 cops per the 2 cars, and there was at least 3 motherfuckers up in the helicopter.
You know what I just thought of that just made me think of was that fucking Simpsons episode when Homer gets a gun. And he goes to the gun store, gets a gun. The guy's handing him all these accessories, like this is your loudener, this is your silencer. And he hands him this big bazooka attachment, and this is for shooting down police helicopters. Homer's like, I don't think I'll be needing that.
Never know.
He's like, I don't think I'll be needing that.
No, I'm gonna definitely go with that because it was just, bro. He got a fucking squad kill, man. Like it wasn't even
on that. I'm gonna go Rudker himself, just something different.
Ooh.
I like the shotgun blast to the chest.
That was nice. It was a solid end to the movie for sure.
Yes.
To see Jim's arc come to an end, it's great.
You know what? I would have said honorable mention would have been probably however Ryder killed all those cops in that SWAT van at the very end, but we didn't get to see that.
That was cool.
Because that definitely must have been a close, quick fucking massacre of like. I mean, the shit even dries off the butt at the edge after a second. So he even took out the driver too.
I was just saying, did anybody here mention Nash's kill?
Like Nash's kill would have been cool, but we didn't fucking see anything.
No, like I said, that's the issue with this movie.
Nash's that scene was great for like the tension of the scene, 100%. But we don't get the kill, so I can't really say that would. Otherwise, yeah, Bob, 100%, dude. Mm-hmm. If we actually saw her get ripped or tore, that would have been the Chad Daddy said.
I just had to. I don't know why. I just had to bring it up for some. I don't know why. I just had to for that. Like
that should have been the kill. That should have been the fucking top notch. Like that's the golden award.
Easily should have been.
But unfortunately not. But that's okay. Moving on, boys. Best scene.
Mine was the double kill with him literally pulling up to the car, bam, bam, and him Jim.
So that out in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
So Chad's favorite kill. All right. Brody, you mentioned the diner scene earlier.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's
no,
my favorite scene, hands down. Yeah.
That was great flushing out of more character for John Ryder wise. Like we get to hear a little bit, maybe not so much as motivation. Obviously, that's for us to interpret or to figure out along the way, but just to get a little bit more of his psychosis or
and just to see where the two are at after like a bit of trauma's been happening to Jim at that stage, you know, just to see where Jim's at and what he's going to be like towards John at that stage. It's just
absolutely. Yeah, dude. Man, that was a solid. Chad Eddie, what do you got, homie?
I'm actually going to go with a little extension of the opening scene where after he picks up John in the car and he's driving along and they're talking about that family in the car. And he looks at him, he's like, yeah, I killed him. I'm going to do the same to you.
That's what the other guy said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the knee push, dude. Like that was something like I was just like, oh.
Just that whole scene, like it just right out of the gate dials it up to 11. Intense as fuck. Like there's no build up. It's just boom. He's like, I killed them. You're next.
Solid. I'm going to go with, oh man, dude. I can't go with my favorite kill because that, even though it was also potentially a favorite scene, just because not so much him blowing up the helicopter, but him coming out of nowhere, riding along the side of the highway while this chase is going down, and none of the cops are paying attention to this other vehicle that just happens to like put itself in this chase, which could also lead to him being supernatural of some kind or some, you know, a force of nature, whatever the fuck you want to say. Man, there's so many good scenes, dude. I'm gonna have to go. It's kind of an elongated scene, but it's the one where he shows up in the dust storm. He just kind of fucks with him. He doesn't do anything, but he gives him his keys.
Yeah.
But then that leads into him figuring out what he actually did there, and with our main guy changing, and then obviously being planted with the knife right on the yeah. So like those, I know it's probably like two scenes, but those scenes back to back going together, I like that combination of like, because like if you read the synopsis, you know that our main character is going to get fucked over by the Hitcher, like not just in the like cat and mouse standard game, but clearly he's set up to like get fucked on all levels. But
to top that scene off is when he gets in the ute and Jim's like trying to warn him, and he's got his handkerchief out the window, like waving it at Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he's like, I love that.
No, it was especially him coming out, dude, because like the cops are there and he's all excited, and then they're just like, "Get the fuck down!" Like, just like, what the hell happened, dude? Even I was confused in that moment because I was like, "What?
What did you what happened?"
But all right, worst moment or scene, boys.
All of the off-screen kills.
Yeah. All of the violence we didn't see.
I know. I'm sad we didn't get to see Nash's kill, man, because that's something where it's like you should have at least heard a rip and seen some like blood splatter on her face or something. You know what I mean? Like her eyes roll back in her head. But
see, this
makes me want to remake. Guns are never reloaded. Is that true, Gene? I didn't notice. Did they never reload?
He's probably.
I mean, he reloads the revolver the one time when he gets the bullets from Ryder.
Actually, the shotgun at the end of the film. How many fucking shotgun cartridges can it hold? Because
that shotgun can only hold 6.
I thought it was one in the chamber.
It's one in the chamber, 6 in the.
Well, but that's also you have to have one in the chamber. If not, when you load it, it's a 5+1.
But yeah, it should only be 7. But how many times did he shoot, dude? Because it was definitely like
he shot it like more than
he shot three times in the back of the in the SWAT van or SWAT bus. Then he jumps through the window. He falls out of the window. He picks the gun back up. He starts shooting Jim's car.
Yeah, because he's shooting the lights out.
That was like 5 times.
So
that's true. There's definitely like over a dozen shots probably in that scene because he shoots Ryder himself like what 3-4 times.
Yeah,
it's only twice.
Yep, shoots him. Oh, no, because he hits him with the car, and then John gets up and throws his shackles, and then he shoots him in the guts, and then we get that long establishing wide of the landscape, and he shoots him the second time.
Okay, so
and that was also a state of the art, like the best shotgun up until 2002. I'm surprised he had in pump action.
This movie, unless Ryder is a mystical force, could have easily been over right in the beginning of the movie. Had as soon as our main guy knocked him out, if he flipped a 180 and just fucking ran his ass over with the car. You got one of your best weapons right fucking there, man.
Then there'd be no movie.
2,500 pound. No, absolutely. But in real life, you got a 2,500 pound battering ram. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or if he just pulls a stand like in South Park. Nope, not getting involved. Just going to drive away. Just going to not see it all.
Well, he tried doing that, and then Ryder was just like, nope. You're going to be my personal pet project now. All righty. Worst moment, dude. I don't know. Did I get one? I'm trying to think of worst moment, dude. Like, oh, yeah, I guess it'll still be the kill. So we'll still go with that. All right. Opening scene, hook you in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it started right off the bat.
I listed as my favorite scene. So, yeah, definitely.
Like, there was... I think we got maybe 10 seconds of car driving on highway before we were in it. Like, and that was about it. All right. Most attractive character. We didn't have a lot to choose from.
Nash. Jennifer Jason Leigh was cute back in the 80s.
She was very cute, dude. I liked her little, like, do going on. Fucking everybody smoking like a chimney back then, too. Jesus Christ. Did the score set the mood?
Not for me. Not for me.
No?
Because
I liked it.
It was all right until they were doing like the highway chase scene, and it was like this weird, like cheerful kind of music.
I don't know, man. It never took me out. Like I felt like I was.
That took me out of that scene.
Interesting.
Honestly, the soundtrack could have been turned up.
Yeah,
I feel a little bit.
those when Jim walks into the jail cell scene and he's walking down that corridor, it really comes effective in that scene, especially at the end of the film as well. After he shoots John, I love it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I mean, I'm trying to think of the music, dude, because I always felt like, or at least I personally thought, like it sounded like good chase music, but I don't know. I guess I never. Guess I'd have to pay attention a little bit more. Did we have a song in this movie?
No,
Okay,
No,
so
we did
that one
not.
is NA favorite character, bro. Ryder,
Ryder, not even a
hands
question.
down, man.
Yep.
fuck
Agreed.
Like
yeah.
Bob, he's so good. I want more.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I understand that completely.
This movie this makes me want to remake it the right way.
I wouldn't.
No,
I
I
can't.
don't know if I'd want to remake unless you. The only way I would say remake it is you'd have to still keep it in 1986. Like keep it.
No,
in that era.
absolutely. I would do a period piece.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. But who would you get to play the characters?
I don't know.
nobody, because it's a masterpiece for me.
Who could play a crazy fucking hitchhiker, dude?
That's not named Busey.
Joaquin Phoenix,
It's not a bad choice.
only because he's
Not
just
a bad
fucking-
terrible choice.
Yeah, but you know something though. But the problem is Rutger had this. He had a stature also, skinny, but he had a stature. I don't feel Joaquin Phoenix does, but that's just me. At least not. For
I'd say for me personally, Ben Mendelsohn,
that could be
just
I'm
because
gonna
he's.
I'm going to go with Christian Bale.
Okay.
I can see that.
You know who I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a random one, dude. I'm gonna go Glenn Howerton.
Who the
I have no idea who that is.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's Dennis. So, to me, he goes with the original build style of what you were talking about earlier. How the Hitcher was supposed to be like lanky and kind of tall and like skeletal. Yeah. Bro, if you ever watch Always Sunny in the episodes where he gets really fucking rapey and creepy, I'm telling you, man, I think he could play this character really fucking well.
I reckon Michael Shannon could be another good one.
Carl Urban. He's great in everything.
I could just see him as
Not
Billy the
wrong.
Butcher wearing that trench coat.
Bro, I'm going to be fucking, I can't wait for MK2 to drop.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I'm not going to be able to eat that movie up enough that first day, dude. Like, it might have to be like, you know what? I'm going to stick around for a second showing because I just need
Did you do that with the first one?
I did not exactly, but I saw it early Thursday morning because I remember you were watching it. Like you watched it right before me. Like I was just in theaters, I think, as you finished.
Yeah.
And then and then I saw it literally the next day. I went with my wife and some friends. We went to IMAX to watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely double dipped within like a 24-hour sitting.
My man.
Fucking A, dude.
Oh man, I am due for a rewatch of that again.
Yo, did you watch Cage Match over the weekend?
No, I didn't get a
That's on
chance.
HBO. I'm gonna be straight up, dude. It's not as good as Snowblind. Snowblind was possibly the best one besides the first one, dude. Because the first one, I fucking love Scorpion's Revenge.
Oh, Snowblind was really cool because it took one of the endings from.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. Cage Match is solid, but the fights aren't nearly as good as they are as in like Snowblind. So I'll at least give you that. All right, boys. Going back to this, was it scary? No,
Really?
but if you put yourself in the main character's headspace, fucking right it would be, dude, because you are literally,
In a
like
nightmare.
Chad said, all your options, dude. You can't get a hold of anybody to prove your innocence outside of your life. So now you're just stuck in this area that you're not even from. And yeah. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe they can't get a hold of anybody because of whatever he did. Like they don't want anything to fucking do with him.
That's what I'm saying. You know.
Maybe he was just that much of a shitbag back in the day. Slept with his brother's woman or something like that. So that's why he's not going to fucking vouch. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? All right. Does it hold up today, boys?
I think so.
For me.
I
Yeah.
think it does.
110%.
Movie wise, absolutely, but god damn it, give me that 4K.
Yes.
This
Yes.
this cut,
It's
unfortunately,
coming.
yeah,
It's coming.
it's not. My eyes need cleanness now. Like I had my glasses on and everything, dude. I was just like, all right, here we go.
You felt so dirty watching it. It's like, I need to clean.
I don't know. It didn't feel dirty, dude. It was just like I feel like it would have just been like that much more. Like this would have been a very pretty movie, even though it's desert and shit like that. Just
It's
you know,
just it's so funny because, like you, the first 5 minutes, I'm sitting there tinkering with the settings on the TV.
you're like, yo, where the fuck is that zoom, man? Like I got my zoom on my TV down here where I could have made that whole thing fucking like full screen. It would have been nice, but oh well. All right. How was the acting, boys?
Really good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think anybody really
A+.
handed in at all in this, dude. Even the random couple cops that only have a few lines still felt solid. You know what I mean? They still felt like some small town boy cops. And that one though, dude, spit on my wrist, rip it off. Fuck, bro. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna lay myself down on the ground, homie.
It just sucks because there are cops that are like that too.
Oh, you know, dude. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's people like that at every job. That's just the job you definitely don't want them to be in, for sure.
Mhm.
All right.
No.
Did we like the cinematography?
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well,
Brody?
right. The Australian cinematographer for this film really knew how to capture that landscape because it's all nothing but fucking desert down here, I reckon. But no, it looks no, I reckon it was done extremely well, especially the car chase scenes. Those pretty established, like just set wide shots that we get later
Yes.
throughout the end scene. There's a couple of scenes that really stood out to me in this film in cinematography terms. That is the gas station that blows up, and we see Jim come out and his car's on fire.
Bro,
The
we
way
didn't
that
even
they-
really even talk about that, but that was
No,
fucking
yeah.
awesome, man.
That was.
That
the
was some straight
cinematography.
GTA shit right there, bro.
Just the different use of camera angles and shots in that scene alone, where we get the slow-mo dolly track of Jim's feet. We're pushing in on his feet, entering the car, and then it just blows up. That camera that's placed inside the gas station when the windows fucking shatter everywhere. Just that scene alone is a prime example of this film being perfectly shot, I think. And then we get the car flips. Everything. I think anything about the cinematography was laced out beautifully in this film. It just makes this world seem isolated to our main character, especially when that shot where Jim puts the gun under his throat after those two cops dying, and we get that landscape shot.
Yes.
I reckon that's a
That was
very
great,
beautiful shot of
dude.
the film.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, like we're in the desert. You can only, like you would think there's only so many times you could show a picture of some sand and make it look nice. You know what I mean? But somehow they do it.
Absolutely.
It also, I think, lends to the feeling of the emptiness of this highway. Like,
Yep.
there's really, it's only you and him, and there's really nothing else you could do. Like, yeah, you got Nash, but fortunately, we knew she was kind of a throwaway. Gene says this movie makes him smell gasoline when he walks. I can understand that, homie.
I mean, that was a lot of gas. Like, oh,
bro, that dude had to be like smelling like that. I don't care how good he fucking took a little bird bath in that sink, man. Like, there's no way that dude still don't reek of some gasoline.
oh God, yeah.
I do like her joke though. Is like, oh, can I smoke in here now? Fucking A, dude. No, I would agree, man. I think cinematography's solid, especially
like
some of the action shots, dude. I wasn't even expecting those, so like those look pretty great. But
and another fantastic shot of the film is what you said earlier about the interior shot of Jim being in that desert stormed fucking gas station. And the way it's lit, just everything about it is fucking beautiful.
Well, I like the mysterious, like the almost just like how he rides in on the sandstorm and then leaves with the sandstorm too. Like that's just adding to, like Chad Daddy says, there's like, even though a truck showed up, dude, like that truck was like instantaneous, man. It's almost like he called it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like
he's the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, exactly. All right. All right, boys. Premise. How do we feel?
Loved it.
Great.
I liked
Love
it a
the-
lot.
Oh, yeah, love the premise.
Simple and effective
And climax. Was the climax satisfying?
for me. Yes.
Yes,
I'm gonna
but
say yes,
Could
but
have been better.
I wish we got him taking out the cops from that bus. I feel like we were denied that.
Yep.
That would have made it feel that much more just like, holy shit, dude, he just took all these dudes out one more time. But still, him getting hit by a car and then still having to get shot down twice to the chest to really take him out. And then we just get that really far back shot of just our main character standing over the dead body and then his car. That was a cool fucking shot, dude. So yeah, hands down, climax was satisfying. What's up, Rich? Once again. All right, boys. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. I'm gonna rewind this bitch, dude.
Rewind.
Especially when we get that cleaner cut. I'd be more
Yes.
interested to definitely watch that for sure. All right. Ready to rate, boys?
Let's do this.
Pull up my handy dandy calculator. Brody, what do we got, homie?
Well, I think you all know.
Be
I'm
biased
going
as fuck, dude. It's all good.
Nah, like I said to you last night, I was trying to find things that would make me question this film. The only thing that really made me question this film was John Ryder and these theories about him and how the knife got into his jacket, but we've already established that. So I can't see anything wrong with this film from my own eyes personally. So I'm definitely going to give this a 5 out of fucking 5 for me. It's my favorite film of all time. And
All right.
yeah, need I say any more?
Awesome. Bobby, Meat Mountain, what you got? homie?
I loved it. I will rewatch it. I like I said, I wanted more from everything. I still love what we got. Considering the remake sucked, I'm gonna give it for me a solid 4.
You watched the remake?
Bits and pieces, and I didn't really like what I saw.
Fair
There's too
enough.
much. There's too much. You could just tell just by one scene, just watching one scene. It's like that's too much.
Okay. A solid 4 from Mr. Mone. Thank you, sir. Chad Daddy, what you got, homie?
I liked it, but I didn't love it on the same level as everyone else. I just wanted like more, like I said, just at least show us the aftermath of these deaths instead of just blood dripping. I wanted more of that. Give me a little bit more horror. I did enjoy what we got, but not enough. It's a 3.5 for me.
3.5. Dude, still solid fucking score though, man. Like that's
Mhm.
not. It's not like you're like lowballing it by any means. And all right, so coming down to me for a first time watch, man, I was thoroughly entertained. There was not a moment that I can honestly say and proudly, there was not a moment that I didn't do one boredom check on my phone at all, dude. I was able to put my phone down, never touched it once, dude. Just ate some popcorn, drank my soda, and watched the whole fucking movie. Laughed a bunch. I am with Chad Daddy. I wish it leaned a little bit more towards the horror vibe had we got our actual on-screen kills, or at least aftermath, such as Chad mentioned. But all in all, man, the acting was solid, dude. It felt like, I don't want to say an 80s action movie, but young kid me would have totally considered this an 80s action movie. But it is. It's still more along the lines of thriller and everything. I'm giving it a solid 4. I'm going to go with Bob. It was a solid watch, and I would totally watch the shit out of it again. So, unfortunately, we don't have anything from Scuba because the motherfucker didn't watch his shit.
He didn't even show up in the chat. What the hell?
Hey, man, he's got the baby and everything. He might be a busy boy. You never know. All righty. So we have a 4.125. So 4.1 for 1986 is the Hitcher. Brody, I hope you don't hate us for that after the fact.
I'll fucking kill you all for this.
Fucking right, dude.
How dare you? Nah, it's all good.
All right,
I
take
respect
it
all you.
easy.
Like I
Say
said
you
to John, I respect everyone's decision about this film. Whatever. It's just me personally. I love it. It's all good.
No, I'm glad I finally got to fucking. I'm glad I finally got to scratch this off the bucket list, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I wish I'd seen this before I heard so many other reviews of it.
Yeah.
Like they
So
hyped it.
there was no bar set.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
like instantaneous. See, that's the thing is like I've heard Brody and I've heard a lot of other people say, "Oh, the Hitcher, the movie's great." That's it.
But that's
So
it.
it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like
They don't
I didn't-
elaborate. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't really
And
have a bar set per se, and like we said earlier, man, coming after the Omen last week, this was definitely like an energy flip
Yeah.
for sure. Like this had way more shit going on.
And see, I was a total opposite. I didn't hear really too much about the movie, but the poster with the silhouette is what like, this could be an intense movie.
I'm telling you, man, Monster Mania. If I see it, dude, I'm definitely gonna have to get some merch now, dude. If I fucking find a shirt or something.
Oh, dude, no, I'm already on looking for a poster. Like,
It
there's
probably
a couple
doesn't help
poster
when I
guys there,
go,
I'll be fine.
it's an underrated masterpiece and all this shit. Like,
But
it certainly doesn't help when I say that, but I
But
think it is.
You're not wrong though,
wrong.
because
It's
the
underrated.
acting in it was completely solid. And if I wasn't, you know, like you guys, so fucking just ingrained in the horror community for the last fucking several years, like super, you know what I mean? Like I never heard of this shit when I was a kid, or else I probably would have fucking watched it, dude. It wasn't until the last 5, 7 years, or whatever the fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But all righty. So that's a solid, I would say a solid score for that.
Yeah.
Chad Daddy, what are we covering next month, homie?
Next month, aka next week,
Mm-hmm.
we're going back to Elm Street.
Yes.
To Elm Street. That would be on the
Part 2.
that'd be on the 5th, correct?
And this is the criminally underrated Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge.
I agree.
Potentially the
agree.
gayest 80s horror movie out there.
And this is the last time Freddy was this dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah,
looking Freddy too.
I love dark Freddy like this.
I haven't watched part 2 in, man, it's been a fucking minute, dude. It's probably been a decade, easily.
And it's
So-
one of my favorites. 100%.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm not excited though because that day's shitty. Because you know what I got summoned for?
Jury duty.
Jury duty.
No.
Hopefully I call Sunday night and it's canceled. But we'll see. Probably not.
We could potentially be without Big Johnny D next week.
I don't know if it would run this late into the evening.
No,
It
jury
could, though.
duty.
It could though.
No.
Even just
In
picking the
Pennsylvania?
jurors, though, I think picking the
Dude,
jurors
my
is
jury
something
duty
cancel
ends
it
at, when
5.
I did it, ended at 4 o'clock.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
say-
'Cause they would just be picking. That's right.
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
this
gonna
is just
say, like,
picking the
It wouldn't
jurors.
be. It wouldn't be like actual jury duty.
Hopefully, like my
Well, even on that, they end all of anything 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's
their
like-
day is done.
yeah. I was gonna say it is that. Luckily, though, per my union, if I do have jury duty, work still pays me in full, and I don't get just the bullshit $40 that New York State pays you
Yeah, fuck
for
that
losing
shit.
an entire day of work
Yeah, piece
because
of
it's your
shit.
civic duty.
It ain't.
Anyways, I'll rant more about that next Monday. Hopefully, so yeah, Freddy 2 next week. Fucking awesome.
Banger.
I would, you know what? I'll look it up to see where we can stream it, but I already know all of us have physicals, so I'm sure that's how it's going to be watched. But let me see.
Yeah.
While I'm looking that up, is there anything nerdy you boys want to talk about?
Well, we got not one but 2 trailers for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire today.
Yeah, we did, dude, and they were both awesome. International, better in my personal opinion, but
I agree, but like I said, like we talked about, the international didn't show Peck at all.
no,
And-
that's fine.
and
But it
the
also
US
showed,
one, he's like narrating the fucking thing.
but it also showed a lot of different stuff that the US one didn't show either. So either way, solid trailers. Can't wait for it. It's gonna be fun, man. The end of March is gonna be solid.
It's going to be fucking great.
That's going to be the true March Madness. That's the only March Madness I care about.
right. And the fact that I get well, Phoebe is gonna be at the con.
Yeah, she
2 weeks
is.
prior, dude. Like, there's no. I have to get a picture with her, dude, for sure.
Oh, dude, we're going to be in that line. I will call you, like, you here? Are
Yo,
you
speaking of Monster Mania, they just announced fucking the Leprechaun himself. The
I'm so happy he's going to be there. I've wanted
Nice.
to meet
Mike
him
Myers is
forever.
going to be there.
That's right, the Leprechaun. Stop it.
I'm the leprechaun. I'm
I
so
watched
happy.
that-
he's
I
gonna-
watch
I'm
that
so
bit
happy.
over and over. That kills me every time.
But like, I'm just laughing because like I'm thinking about like me and Bob, and then like my brother-in-law, who's also like right in between me and Bob's height. Like, imagine if the three of us got a picture with Warwick Davis, dude. Be like, what are we gonna hold him in our palms, dude?
No,
Like,
could you imagine he like looks up at us and he looks at his handlers like this? Put me on the table. I gotta look tall.
dude, there's no way, and I'm not even trying to be a dick at this point, but there's no way they're not gonna have him like on a stool or something.
Dude,
like
if you
that.
guys get it, if you guys get a group photo, y'all got to be doing the flashlight, making the leprechaun face.
See, that's what I was thinking, dude. If I actually could get a Wayne's World hat and be like, I'm the leprechaun.
It's fucking funny because my mum watches this show called Tenable. It's a UK program, and he's the fucking host of it. It's a game show. So
Really?
he's got a little booth. So he gets around in his suit. He walks up, and he has to walk up a flight of stairs, and then he sits up in his little booth, and it's like a little control pad, and he's like, with the fucking Tenable, this and Tenable. It's so fucking hilarious.
Oh my god,
dude.
that just made me want to meet him more. Like, so how's Tenable going?
Wait, ask him.
I think
He'll
that's
appreciate
awesome,
that.
dude.
All right, just remind me as we get closer, please, because I will ask.
Hell yeah, dude. Only a couple weeks away, bud.
We got a month.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's March.
Dude,
That's
it's March,
still-
dude.
That's a couple weeks in my head, bro.
That's a month.
Yeah, but a
That's
month
like a
goes
month and a
by.
half.
A month goes by like that, man. It's already at the end of January, homie. I swear to God, it was just Christmas, dude. Like 2 days ago.
What the fuck?
That's how shit flips, dude. I don't know, man. Shit fucking flies. Like the weeks fly, then the weekend's like, all right, I'm gonna enjoy that, and then it's like next week. All right. Let's see what else. There was something
I
else.
don't have
that I
too
already
much
listened to.
else. Nothing that's really sticking out. Anyway.
Yeah, I already talked about Masters of the Universe, Revolution. Loved it. If you're a He-Man fan, go watch it.
Yeah. What the hell? Wasn't there something? Just what did we just put? We were talking about in the Project Louder chat. I thought there was like a new. Oh, Chad Eddie, you did post something. So there's gonna be a Bigfoot movie coming out soon
A Bigfoot family movie, yeah.
called Sasquatch Sunset, and it sounds like it's an experimental film, or at least even they admit they're like we're trying something, but I'm fucking down to watch it, dude. I wonder if they're gonna like film it like a documentary, or it's gonna be like. You ever watch that movie? There was a movie back in the 90s that was just about like a bear, and there was like no narration or anything like that, but it was just about like this bear like living his life in the woods or something like that.
I have vague recollections of it.
I feel like it's gonna be something like that. You know what I mean? Where we're just like, okay, we're in this. Like I'm sure one of the Sasquatches will get like lost in a river, and they'll get all sad like Homeward Bound, and they'll find, you know what I mean? Like there'll be moments.
I hope there's no talking. They're just walking around making Chewbacca noises the whole time.
And apparently farts too. There's a lot of farts in it. So it's like, you know what, dude?
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Right? Fucking it. There's that. The OG, what was it, 98? Lost in Space. They're bringing that out on fucking Blu-ray. Because
Yeah,
apparently like two
somebody
people asked for
demanded it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, who the fuck asked for that, dude? Like, whatever. I felt like there was something else coming out too. Anyways, next week, Nightmare 2. I think that's about it, boys. We could wrap this shit up.
Good idea. We're at just over 2 hours.
Yes, we
That's
are. Brody, you want to
perfect
start us out?
This is your doppelganger Kanga all the way from the land down under saying I'll catch you next week, bitches. And I just want to thank you for having me on today. It's been a fucking pleasure. Much
We love
thank you for
appreciated.
coming
We
on.
love having you on here.
We always love having you, buddy. Absolutely.
No, thank you kindly. Over to
Awesome.
you, Bobby.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moon, saying, we'll see you next week, motherfuckers, for Nightmare 2.
Yeah, buddy. This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down yonder in the Chattahoochee saying, come back to Elm Street next week, bitches.
Yeah.
And I am not so mean, Fluff Master Stream, Big Johnny D saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. You know where to catch us: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all that good shit. Catch us on Instagram at the Gore More Podcast. You can find us on there or follow us on our personals. And if you're on Facebook, check out Gore More Horror Discussion. Put shit up in there, man. Let us know. You're like, hey, guys, I want you to review this movie. You've never done this. Something like that. Anything.
Gene does that. Gene messages me all the time. He's like, oh, you guys should do this. I'm like, done it.
I mean, we have 5 years underneath us, dude. So we
5
definitely
years.
got a spread for sure. Other than that, yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, and stay fresh cheese bags.
Smelling
Supper ball.